Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of The Randi Rhodes Show. If you want the full episode, you can watch live on Free Speech TV, Dish Channel 9415, DirectTV 348, Sling, Roku, and AppleTV.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
What we're doing is we're going to be doing a health care plan, pre-existing, protecting people with pre-existing conditions. As an example, yourself, it sounds like that's exactly perfect. That's exactly what we're talking about. We're going to be doing a health care plan very strongly and protect people with pre-existing conditions. I will say this. They will not do that because they have socialized.
I have to stop
they
you
have
there.
socialized.
I just have to stop you there because it's just on a couple of points. Number one, Joe Biden has ran against Medicare for all in the primaries, but much more importantly, Obamacare guaranteed people with pre-existing conditions could buy insurance. Guaranteed they could buy it at the same price as everyone else. Guaranteed a package of essential benefits. Guaranteed that insurance companies couldn't put a lifetime limit on those benefits. You fought to repeal Obamacare. You are arguing.
Well, I essentially did.
You're arguing in the Supreme Court right now to strike it down. That would do away with pre-existing conditions.
So that we can do new health care.
But you've been promising a new health care plan. I interviewed you in June of last year. You said the health care plan would come in 2 weeks.
Right.
You told Chris Wallace this summer it would come in 3 weeks.
Right.
You promised an executive order on pre-existing.
I have it already.
But you've been trying to strike down pre-existing conditions.
I have it already, and it's a much better plan for you, and it's a much better plan. And
what is
when you say Obamacare, I got rid of the individual mandate, which is the worst part of Obamacare.
You're striking down the whole law.
Right. And the individual mandate, which amounts to $470 a year for people who choose to go naked, meaning no insurance, whatever happens, they go to the hospital, we pick up the tab for them, right? You break a leg without insurance, you go to the ER, you don't pay your bill, we pay your bill. So, but it's a con job, man. He has said this since June. In 2 weeks, we made so much fun of this. In 2 weeks, we're going to have a health care plan. In 2 weeks, we're going to do a health care plan. We're going to have it in 2 weeks. Don't worry. Here it comes.
I want to talk to you about Obamacare. Since the pandemic hit, millions of people have lost their jobs and thereby lost their health insurance. And almost 500,000 have signed up for Obamacare. Your administration just announced that you're signing on to a lawsuit to overturn Obamacare.
And replace it.
Why does it make sense to overturn Obamacare, with which people now are relying on? Democrats are going to say the man who's wanted to kill Obamacare is going to take away the protection for pre-existing conditions.
First of all, we got rid of the individual mandate. Pre-existing conditions will always be taken care of by me and Republicans, 100%.
But you've been in office 3.5 years. You don't have a plan.
Well, we haven't had. Excuse me. You heard me yesterday.
Yeah.
We're signing a health care plan within 2 weeks. A full and complete health care plan.
This thing is a
In 2 weeks, we're going to have it. In 2 weeks. Okay.
What's in your health care plan that's coming on Sunday?
Well, we're going to be doing a health care plan. We're going to be doing a very inclusive health care plan. I'll be signing it sometime very soon.
You said 2 weeks when you spoke
It might be Sunday, but it's
Sunday.
It's going to be very soon. We're also doing a full immigration plan. We're going to take care of a lot of things that for 25 years they've been trying to get an immigration plan. We're going to be doing merit-based immigration. I'm sure you'd be happy to hear that, but it's merit-based, very powerfully merit-based. It's going to be very inclusive. It's going to cover just about everything that most people would have said couldn't happen.
That was August 3rd. He said he was going to sign it on Sunday. August 3rd. In June, he told George Stephanopoulos he was signing a health care bill in 2 weeks. He said the same thing to Chris Wallace in August. And then on August 3rd, he said he was signing it in 2 weeks. Well, last night was, it was crack for a political junkie. I mean, it was just crack. And just remember, nobody wants to be around you when you're a crackhead. Okay? Just saying. But Michael Cohen was also interviewed this morning on New Day, and Allison Camerata asked him, what about that town hall last night? Where is the health care plan? What is the deal, do you think?
Last night he said that he has a health care plan. He has a big health care plan. Back in July.
Of course he does.
Okay.
Allison, of course he does.
said he was going to unveil it in July. He said he was going to unveil it in 2 weeks. What is this? What is he doing? Why is there a secret? Why is he not unveiling anything?
Let's go right back to what I just said a second ago. It's a con. In other words, he hasn't put out a single bill that has been bipartisan. Everything that he's done has been what? Through executive order, right? If he has a bill for health care, which this country so desperately needs, well, release it. Release it right now. He can't. Why? Because he doesn't have one. So what he'll say is, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn around and we're going to now allow insurance companies to go over state lines. It'll cause competition. And I know about competition, and I know about knocking down prices because of the competition. That's going to be his health care plan. He doesn't have one. So he tells you he does, but just trust me. Trust me. I have it, and it's going to be great. It's beautiful. It's perfect. Just watch. It's going to be wonderful. It's a lie. And everything that he's telling the American people is a lie.
Wow. So he has no health care plan. I think we all know that. If he had a health care plan, we are just, a few days away from casting ballots. If he had a health care plan, of course he would show it to you. He would show it to you and he would say, this is my health care plan, and let everybody debate it and decide whether that health care plan is the right one, whether that health care plan does really, cover pre-existing conditions. Does it cap, how much health care you could get? Because Obamacare took the caps off. What does it do? He doesn't have one. He's a liar. And he sat there and threatened Bob Woodward when he was in the middle of that rage call and said, you don't understand me, Bob. And you will only understand me after the election. What does that even mean when it comes from an angry, off-the-rails con man who's willing to tell the American people in the middle of a pandemic, I have a health care plan. I just don't want to show it to you. I have a health care plan, for you. I just, I'm not in the mood. When he was asked last night about 195,000 dead. Now, today, it's 196,000 dead. Okay? By election day, we're going to be over 200,000. Of course we are. We're going to be closer to 300,000. This is like amazing numbers of dead people from something that could have been not this bad. Not even close to this bad. But last night he was asked, if you would do anything differently, would you do anything differently? Now that 195,000 people are dead.
I want to move on to some other subjects, but we still are dealing with 195,000 deaths in the United States right now. When you see that, when you think about that, does that give you any pause? Does it make you think, is there anything I could have done differently? Anything?
I think we could have had 2 million deaths if we didn't close out the country.
So you regret nothing?
Close it? No, I think we did a great job.
Oh, my God.
If we didn't close the country, look, I created, we all created together. You helped everybody.
What?
The fact is, we created the greatest economy in the history of the world.
Okay,
Best employment numbers for African American, Asian American, Hispanic American, women, everything. The best employment, high school, no high school, college. We had the best economy we've ever had.
Okay, that isn't even close to true. Okay? GDP under Donald Trump, the highest GDP, meaning growth that we ever had, was 2.4%. in his first year. It's now it's actually negative now.